With more baby boomers retiring, Alberta's trades will see a need for more workers.
Everybody's looking for work. There's always going to be work in our trade.
A proposed plan for a gondola over White Ave is beginning to gain the attention of Edmontonians.
Do you know what you could do with $60 million? Change a lot of lives.
And Second Edition's own Connor Toppin participates in NAIT's Pride Week.
The Pride movement here at NAIT has grown from focusing on like a walk to actually focusing on education.
Good afternoon and welcome to Second Edition News. Young people are being encouraged to join the trades, especially within the next decade.
Students are urged to fill the gap expected to be left by thousands of retiring baby boomers. Alberta's Department of Labor anticipates the retirement of over 3,000 tradespeople before 2025. The industry needs more people to enter the skilled trades in order to be prepared to fill this gap.
Everybody's looking for work. There's always going to be work in our trade, so I think it'll be filled pretty quickly.
Alberta's oil and gas sector is expected to be impacted the most. However, workers will be needed in all trades.
This week has been quite an important one for celebration of NAIT Pride.
Events have been happening all throughout the halls of NAIT this week, including the NAIT Pride Parade last Tuesday. Connor Toppin has the story.
Hey, how's it going? Happy NAIT Pride!
It's the 4th annual NAIT Pride Week, where staff and students all across NAIT campus are showing a colorful demonstration of pride.
Well, we need to support everybody as equal and supportive and loving.
To celebrate Pride Week, NAIT has held many events including a Pride Walk, a drag modeling show, and a games night. In the Cat Building, NAIT also released Rainbow Coleslaw as a lunch special last Wednesday.
Hey everyone, I'm out here at the NAIT Pride Walk this week. There's a lot of people here, about 50. NAIT started the events on Monday. There's events going on all throughout the week to help the NAIT Pride movement.
One of the many people out at the Pride Walk was student and Pride President Claire Ferreira, who was motivated last year to help make a change moving forward.
And I remember during the Pride Walk, I saw a lot of people like making fun of us. And you know, I'm expecting that all the time anyways, but that actually really motivated me to try to make a change here on campus.
Even the dogs were out last Tuesday sporting their own Pride colors during the walk, including NAIT's own therapy dog, Flynn. Another supporter of NAIT Pride Week is Student Programs Coordinator Tim Ira.
The Pride movement here at NAIT has grown from focusing on like a walk to actually focusing on education within the past 2 years. And this year, our student association approached us with an opportunity to offer a safe space.
A safe space where students can be themselves that Tim looks to implement going forward. This is Connor Toppin with Second Edition News.
Technology students and mentors from across Alberta gathered to celebrate an announcement that will help this discipline stay in demand. The province tabled the bill that would see the number of tech training spots increase over the next 5 years. The Alberta government held a news conference at NAIT earlier this week to share details on Bill 2.
Scholarships are an investment in Albertans, and this bill represents an investment in Alberta's future.
I think it's really great, and hopefully this brings more to the Alberta economy, more jobs, and yeah, I'd love to see more women in the trades as well.
The turnout from this meeting has proven that not only is this industry growing, but it's also catching the attention of women and girls.
The city of Edmonton is considering building a gondola as a form of transportation. A gondola running above White Ave is the winning pitch in the Edmonton project. The goal is to move thousands of people an hour without affecting traffic. But with the project estimated to cost $60 million, many are skeptical.
I think it's a big waste of money. I think there's people starving on White Ave. How about like another shelter? Do you know what you could do with $60 million? Change a lot of lives.
The gondola could be constructed quicker and cheaper than the LRT. But without City Council approval, there is no guarantee the project will be built.
The Edmontonhenge is a rare and beautiful sight, and it's happening this week. On Wednesday, the setting sun will align with the city's road grid, creating a radiant glow of light. The solar display known as the Edmontonhenge only happens twice a year, so many people are hoping to capture a picture of this rare sight.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool for the artsy shots, I guess, yeah.
The Edmontonhenge is set to happen March 21st at 7:43 a.m. and again at 7:40 p.m. However, March 20th and 22nd are also good dates to see the event. Environment Canada promises sun on all 3 days.
And Edmonton's Schnitzel House was awarded with the Guinness World Record for having the most schnitzel on a menu. Haus Falkenstein is a family-owned and operated restaurant that brings Edmontonians a taste of Germany. From bacon schnitzels to mushroom schnitzels, there is something for everyone, and with over 50 types to choose from, there is no shortage of this German delight.
A mixture of people like Germans or with German background, or just Canadians who are curious about new food that they don't know.
This restaurant transports its guests to a traditional world of German delights. From beers to lederhosen, there are plenty of full stomachs and good times. The ACAC men's hockey team had a busy weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, weren't they in the ACAC Hockey Finals, Abby?
That's right, guys. They played all 3 games in the best-of-3 series against the MacEwan Griffins. The ACAC men's hockey team took on the MacEwan Griffins in a best-of-3 game series on the weekend for the ACAC Hockey Championship. The series went to the 3rd game that took place at NAIT on Sunday. It was a showdown on Sunday between NAIT and MacEwan. The game started out slow with some good saves by both goalies. However, MacEwan would strike first with 8 minutes left in the first period with a goal by Ryan Baskerville. Early in the second, the ACAC make it 1-1 with a goal from Brett McGee, assisted by Jordan Davis. However, with seconds left in the second period, MacEwan would take the lead with another goal from Ryan Baskerville. Middle of the third now, MacEwan would make it 3-1 with a goal by Brett Smith. With seconds left of the game, MacEwan tops the game off with an empty net goal, making the final score 4-1 and winning the ACAC Men's Hockey Championships for the 2nd year in a row. MacEwan forward had this to say after the game.
I mean, we could have easily folded the ship last night after we lost game 2 in our own barn, but these guys, they just, every time they bounce back, it's just unreal.
As one championship comes to a close, another one is coming. The men's and women's curling team have made it to the CCAA Curling Championships. The ACAC curlers started practice on Monday, working hard to get prepared for the championships.
It's the same team as we had last year, and we didn't perform to our best yet last year, so just gonna hopefully perform better this year. And the chemistry is good between us, which is nice. So with good team chemistry, you can play better on and off the ice as well. So we get along off the ice, we get along on the ice, and hopefully it can help us throughout nationals.
Both teams will be heading to Leduc for the CCAA Championships on Sunday, March 25th. March Madness is in its final stretch, and there is a lot of talented players this year, including a record-breaking number of Canadian players. A few to look out for: Kentucky point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Virginia Tech guard Nikhil Alexander-Walker, and Syracuse forward O'Shea Brissett.
Well, certainly the popularity of basketball in Canada is almost what I would call epidemic. It's growing rapidly, and what I appreciate about this opportunity to talk with you is that I'm glad to see the media picking up on its popularity and understanding that young people are gravitating to the sport in record numbers, both in their participation but also in their spectating. And March Madness is very captivating for people because everybody likes to fill brackets out.
With March Madness being so popular, it's no surprise that basketball in Canada is growing. The Oil Kings season came to an end on Saturday, but for some, this was their last season with the franchise. Captain Colton Keller said goodbye Monday to players and his coaches. He also reflected on what being captain meant to him.
Something I'll forever be proud of. Having those, the guys in that room trust me with the job of being their captain was a pretty special feeling when it happened, and it was something I carried a lot of pride with. Is unbelievable feeling to have their trust, and the organization's trust to wear it, and hopefully I did a good job of influencing the the guys who will be here for another 3, 4 years. So it's huge.
That's it for Second Edition Sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Abby. Hopefully next year the men's hockey team can bounce back.
Good luck to our Ooks curling teams who are off to represent NAIT in the Nationals. That's been your look at Second Edition News.
Thanks for joining us.